First year. Yeah, won't be man, and they but I believe all is well.
Yes, all is well.
So, maybe someone just tuned in, or it's the person's first time listening to this conversation, this interview. We would like you to tell us something small about yourself again.
All right, so my name is Phoebe Addison. I'm a programs manager at iCode, but today I'm not talking about that part. Also, I'm an entrepreneur, and I run a couple of businesses on the side from what I do daily. So those are what I call my side hustles.
Okay.
And I believe the last time I was here because of one of them,
Yes, one of them.
which
One
is
of
which
the
is Usher's
ushering
Hub and Events.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my baby.
Okay.
So that's basically an ushering and event planning company.
Okay.
So whatever you need for your event, catering, you want somebody to plan your event,
Event,
execute
okay.
it, you want ushers for your event, basically everything.
That
we
is
do.
what the other one does.
Yes.
What of this one? Spring confections.
Confections.
Yes.
So Spring Confections was birthed initially. Then it was actually Spring Spices and Confections,
Okay.
where personally I love to cook. I am a
okay.
self-taught chef. I learned basically
Self-taught, right?
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah, so most of the things I learned on my own. My mom is actually a caterer, so
Okay.
I picked the habit from her.
her.
And then I love to cook. I love to experiment with spices and
Oh,
everything.
okay.
So I started my own spice
Wow.
stuff that I
Okay.
was doing, and then I had wanted to start my own cake business, but not just cake, anything desserts,
Okay.
pastries,
Okay.
all those chocolates, all those kind of stuff.
You had wanted to, meaning you couldn't.
Oh, that's
you did.
how come Spring Confections. So I
Came
didn't
about,
want, yeah.
okay.
So I was thinking about, okay, how about a name that would just combine the two? But then, so I thought about spring. Spring meaning, the spring water, the
Yeah.
way it flows
Yeah.
continually.
Yeah.
I was looking at a continual flow. So I
Wow.
adopted a spring.
Nice story behind the name.
You know. And then I just didn't want to have spice and then confection, so I just put together. But recently I was coming up with the logo for the business, and everything. I decided it was too long, so
Oh, okay.
I decided, okay, let me take the spring out, the spice out, let
Out
it
of
stand on its own, and let the confection stand on its own.
Okay.
So the confections is basically we do desserts, we do pastries, we do cakes, we do cocktails, mocktails. Oh, and we do really nice ice creams, pizzas, anything. So boys, if you're sitting to watch the game or you're doing a hangout, you can call on us. We'll do some drinks and we can mix up some strong cocktails for you.
I see you telling us a whole lot about you, Phoebe.
Yes.
And your company. How long have you been in the business? Owning of your own business.
2019 I started Usher's Having Events.
Okay.
But then with the Spring Spice, it started I think last year or so, when I was just I started something I called Cooking with Phoebes on my status.
Oh, okay.
Where I
So
actually
you were showing us.
yes,
Hey.
I was actually teaching
Abby.
people how to cook
Hey.
on my status. So
Oh yeah, dear.
so the
Multi-talented.
yeah, so it got really, it was just for the fun of it.
Of it. Okay.
In the beginning I was
Okay.
just doing it for the fun of it.
Okay.
And then I got bored during the lockdown,
Okay.
and I decided, okay, let's take it a step higher.
Oh,
So it became a frequent something I was doing every weekend. Then I decided, okay, so fun started it, curiosity fueled it, now passion wants to create it, so wants to take it higher, so let's turn it into a business.
Okay.
So
That's
then we
nice.
decided to go
Turn it like that
yeah
into business.
yeah so I'm actually planning on starting my YouTube channel for Cooking with Phoebes,
Hey.
but it hasn't started
Hey,
yet,
Radzi,
so
Phoebe. You are too much. Hey. Hey, guys, please come. Let me ask you. Wait, and come and listen.
Am I single?
Oh, yeah.
I knew we were going there.
Are you or you are in?
Oh, I'm actually single.
Ah.
Yeah.
Because I, during our first conversation, the first one,
Yeah.
that you came here, there was someone here who was crushing on you.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You didn't tell me all this.
No,
Wow.
no, because I lost your contact too.
Oh.
That was why.
Bernard was here.
Bernard, don't mind him. But this person is not Bernard. This person
Oh, okay.
is different.
Oh, really?
And he's been into you since. So it'd been like a year now.
I'm blushing.
I wish the person is here. I know he's listening and
Who?
Papa is all about. You know what? Any first guy who comes in here is
It's
that
him.
person.
Alright, my eyes are glued to the door.
Okay. Now, what has been your motivation ever since?
Well, a lot of things have motivated me over the years.
Okay.
One is the fact that I'm not from around here. I'm from Accra, and I'm the only person here, no family, nothing.
Hey,
So
you've been here for how long? You've been in
I think
Takoradi
this is
for-
my third year in
okay.
Takoradi. So I was like, well, I didn't come all the way from Accra to come and
Watch the.
exactly.
see.
So that is one thing that motivates me, and then the thought of independence in a woman is also one thing that motivates me, like the joy of boasting of something you're doing yourself, and then having to spend your own money, not waiting for somebody to
give you money
hand
and
you
then,
stuff. Yes, that you can also move around and say, hey, like, I am my own woman, no man, and you're not waiting for any man to come and complete you in marriage and all those kind of stuff.
Say it again.
All those kind of stuff. And I like
I'll beat
I
you.
actually do like the idea of a woman having a career and working on her own. So all these things and many more
Okay,
actually
motivates you.
motivates me. Yeah.
Okay. Now, how do you see doing business in our region, Western region? You said it's been, this year will be your third year being
Yeah.
here, and you've done, or you're still into
We
Austrian
are still
events,
into it. Yeah.
and then the Spice and Spring confection.
Confections.
So, like 2 years, you've been doing business.
Yeah.
You are your own bostress. Please,
Yeah.
how has it been like?
It hasn't
doing-
been easy, honestly. For real, I wouldn't lie. Like, it's been hard.
Patronizing Addison.
It's it starts with your circle.
Okay.
Somebody in your people in your circle patronizing you a bit, and then you move a bit further from there. Then you need a network, because it looks like here in Takoradi it's you need to penetrate a certain circle or network to get clients, because there are things happening, but if you don't position yourself properly, you will not hear what is
them.
going on,
Okay.
and you will not know how you're going to go about it. So as much as you need people, you really do need people. And over here I see that word of mouth and recommendations go really a long way to help a business.
That is in Takoradi.
In
Or
Takoradi.
in Western.
Well, I
What do you
have
have fun saying in Takoradi?
in Takoradi, yeah. Because I remember my first gig I ever did outside Takoradi. I've done Asha's Hub has actually done 2 different gigs outside Takoradi.
Okay.
One was in Zema, and
Okay.
one was on the Cape Coast Road. They were all things that I got from people
Recommendations
in my
your
circle. So a friend heard that a friend knows somebody who needs some service. They know that I offer the service. They come and go like, oh, Charlie, a friend wants this. Can you do it? All right, yeah, I can do it. This is how much I'm going to charge. Then there's a connection. Then we are moving. But you need advertising too.
Okay, so advertising.
Even with that,
Social-
somebody needs to share. You still need people. It just comes down to needing
Yeah,
people.
people, sure, in your circle. Now, as a young female in entrepreneurship, how has the experience been for you? A quick experience for us.
Well, it has been a mixed feeling
Okay.
of both learning. Most of the things you learn on the job.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody actually prepares you enough
Okay.
for what you're going to
Do.
meet
Okay.
in the battlefield. I always say that when you're coming up with a business idea in your head, it's so bright, it's so nice, it's so good. You know, you have all the blueprints in your head. You know, you already know how much. You already know how much you're making even without starting yet.
Yes.
But when you hit the road once, and then you see all the rush coming to you, and then you wake up and you say, no, I didn't prepare for this.
One.
And you know, if you don't position yourself properly, you lose focus, you lose how do I say it, momentum. Otherwise, because if you were expecting so much that when I start this is happening, and then it doesn't happen, you see, it slows you down, it it drops your morale.
Yeah.
But if you don't find a way to boost yourself up and keep going, you just stop. When I started, I was like, when I started, I knew that I almost gave up, but then I did something. I registered the company.
Oh, okay.
Because I knew that if I registered the company, I had committed myself to this, and I needed to see it through.
Exactly.
So I took that step.
Why are they? Why are they? To register it. Now, starting a business is very difficult, and I know you know, as you said, in your mind, you have a bright future for it. Now, especially as a startup, what is your secret in sustaining? What has been your secret in sustaining the business, and how do you go about your managerial role as a CEO, as you are?
So one secret is that prayer.
Okay.
I pray a lot, and one thing that I pray for is strength to keep going. And I pray and tell God to, Charlie, every time I'm going out, I go like, God, give me focus, like give me ideas to move, give me people to talk to, show me who to talk to, show me where to go to. So and another thing is also network. And finding the right people in your circle is really important, because when I came to Takrady, I know that for one thing I know is that if I didn't know the people that I knew, or if I didn't meet the people that I met, it would have been a disaster for me. These people have become my the word I've forgotten. These people have become some sort of a support system, and as much they do their bit. I have people in my company that are actually friends that are on board to help the company. They are not taking anything in return. There are people who are willing and ready to share any crazy idea I come up with on their status. There are people who are ready to recommend me. They will put their hand in fire and say, oh, I know this girl and I know she will deliver.
Wow.
So those...
It's good you have good friends in your circle.
Yeah. And then one thing I don't really do well is delegating, because sometimes I feel that people don't do the thing the way you want it to be done, and there's a lot of back and forth. So I just probably do the thing myself. But you know, like juggling between being an employee of somebody else and being a boss is not really easy, because I have a job that really takes a lot of my time, and you need to also be monitoring this one, and it's not easy. But but I believe that sometimes you just need to find a balance. It's something that I haven't really come into terms with, but I'm trying. And otherwise, if you put more focus here, you see that you lose this one. If you put more focus here, you lose this one. But remember, this one is foiling this.
As you're going there, let me quickly chip in this question. What has been your biggest fear or challenge so far? Because you seem to be in that line. Challenge
is
one has been, I think, the delegating thing.
Exactly.
And
then one is actually finding people who understand what you do. You know, over here, you know, Takrady is kind of like now adapting to certain things. It's not like in Accra that you have people know about so many things. But I believe that we are growing. Takoradi is growing. The reason why, well,
are we?
Yeah, because when I came here when I came to Takoradi 2 years ago, a lot of things that people were not adapting to, they are adapting to right now. I remember when the ride sharing was coming to Takoradi, there was a lot of fuss about. I myself was part of conversations around. Are people going to patronize Bolt? Are they going to patronize Uber? Because, Takoradi, the distances are really short and all those things. But then I realized that now people are adapting to it.
Yes, we have to.
And people are, so I have a friend. I one time we were having a conversation and we were like, all these people that are starting things new here at this point, who are starting,
I know business is calling.
who are starting new businesses right now, and if they are able to stand their ground and stand the test of time, in 2 years, in 3 years, they will become the leading market shareholders in Takoradi. Because you realize that immediately you start something and you don't finish and you drop it, somebody picks it up
and
refines it, continues, and you see that the person becomes better than you. If you realize that if you had you realize that if you had just taken your time, if you had given it a year or two, you see that it would have been better.
Sure. Now, my producer said, I have a lot of producers. This one right here is a producer.
Okay.
Yeah. Her name is Immaculate.
Okay.
Immaculate Phoebe. Okay.
Hi, Immaculate.
Okay. So she says, she's also a starter app. Okay. I think they hate now. Yeah, startup. Baby, now what they are all startup.
Hello, startups out there. It's not easy, but keep going.
There's this lady, Ajoan Yamecha, saying, I'm really enjoying the show, Ma. Thank you so much. And please share, okay? Share with your friends so that it can also be a blessing. Now, describe a typical day in your life as an entrepreneur for us.
Well, a typical day for me as an entrepreneur, it means I'll have to combine my whole day, like.
Yes, your whole day. So if I say on a Monday, how is it like?
So on a Monday, I'm awake by 5, pray a bit, so I'm done by 7. By 8, I'm on my way to work.
Okay.
Then I close at 5. Do a few rounds, come home by 6 or 7, take a nap, and I'm up by 10 because I have a remote job that I do, that my shift starts at 11. So I log on to that shift at 11 and work for a while. That shift actually ends at 8 a.m. the next day. So
is it like an online work?
Yes, it's an online, a remote job. So
and I don't think it's here in Ghana.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So I do that, close at 8 a.m. basically, and then my day starts again. So during the day, I'm checking, I'm designing flyers for my company and those stuff.
Understand innovation. Hey, you do all this.
Oh yeah, I actually do this and more because I have
on a normal day.
No, and I have other people or organizations that I work for that like right now on Friday I'm supposed to host. On Friday I'm hosting a virtual exhibition and events, and I'm supposed to, right now as I'm sitting here, I should have drafted my panel questions and everything and sent it to people who will be on the panel. And I'm a community associate for another organization that every morning I need to engage people on their platform,
Wow. Oh, yeah. Phoebe, you're doing well. You're doing great.
I try. I do my best.
Wow. Hey, next question, Kurano. All right, so let me finally end this conversation. It's been quite lengthy and insightful, getting to know you. it's my second time getting to know you, and I wish I knew you more.
Yeah.
Back by one, I didn't ask you all these.
Yeah, no.
But and then
no.
yeah,
I think today we've gone deep.
deep. Hey, why are there? Good you came. Hey, hey. Okay, finally. Any advice for female entrepreneurs, especially young girls in tech ready? Tadi, a young uncle for a mind say we are in for quick money. And see, Ejuma and said that what let's establish one to get for calling for girls to come and work with. I had a conversation with the CEO of Fonto from Empire, that is Eva Sheeta, and she was complaining that Onagasa all check ibinum space to come and work.
It's hard. You're even looking for girls to come and usher part-time to get money for themselves.
And you know what frame me? Oh, I'm serious. I'm not serious.
And you call for applications and you don't get enough people.
Hey.
And with the kind of work we do and the kind of people we meet, you need the right girls, but we groom you, right? Even if the money is not enough.
What would you groom me?
There's this girl who is part of my, and thankfully the girls I started with that I'm still working with, they are committed. That even if I'm saying that, okay, so for purpose of publicity, I'm doing a sponsorship for some people, I need girls to come and work, they will be there. Even if I'm not giving them anything, they will be there. There's this girl, Queenie, she'll go like, Phoebe, even if you not pay me, I'll be there, because she's one person that actually networks at events we go to. So she's always getting new contacts there. So that is her stand. She'll go like, even if you won't pay me, I'll be there. And if she gets a contact, she will tell you, oh Charlie, thank you for allowing me to be here, because I met so and so person.
And she's appreciative too.
Exactly. And most of the girls too, they are excited, they work, and sometimes when we don't get enough to, maybe with the client didn't pay so much, sometimes because of how much they work, and depending on which girls are working, because there are some of them that, because of the way they are dedicated, I would give my share of the money even to them. So if I see that, okay, so sometimes we do 60-40. So if I see that the 60 is not that huge, I take 20 from my 40 and top up to them, just so that they will be happy next time they will come.
And work wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Now, back to the question, your final advice to young entrepreneurs in tech ready, what would it be?
Oh, well, everybody who is doing something would definitely know that it's not easy. I'm not the one to say it if you're in it. And then I would say that no matter how much people tell you, nobody actually really prepares you for what you're going to meet on the field. It differs for everybody. Because of your personality, because of the kind of business you're doing, the kind of people you're selling to. But there are a few things that are a one size fits all for everybody. You just need to understand your industry, understand what you're doing, identify your flaws, identify your strengths. Then you know how to adjust yourself. There are certain things you meet really tough clients, difficult clients, that you wish that you just squeeze their neck, but you need them as much as they need you. But you need to understand that if they take your money away, they are going to give to somebody else. So just for the few minutes or the few hours that you need to tolerate the person, if you can tolerate the person and just take what you came for.
It's been insightful to you. I'm what was it? Lost for the words that I should use. But thank you so much for honoring our invitation all the time.
Well, thank you for having me. You guys owe me like appearance fee.
But let me. There's this question that we have here
Okay.
that it's a story. A young lady has been married for 5 years, and she and the husband are trying to conceive, but they are not getting. And their husband decided that maybe he is going to see the advice of their prophet in the church, and the prophet told the husband to go and bring the wife alone. The wife should come alone. And he did that. The wife went to see the man of God alone. And the man of God, immediately seeing the woman, told her that she's battling with spiritual marriages. So spirits are sleeping with her. That is how come she's unable to conceive, even though the doctors have declared them healthy. Now the pastor or the prophet now says the only solution for her problem is for him, pastor, to sleep with her. And